Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Simple English Cast, the podcast where you improve your English through real conversations about life, habits, and ideas that actually matter.
And hello from me too. I'm Mira, and today we're talking about something that almost everyone experiences, but very few people talk about honestly.
Exactly. And before we start, let me ask you a simple question. And if you're listening right now, you can answer it in your head.
Yes, be honest with yourself for a moment.
When was the last time you did something for fun that did not involve a screen?
That means no phone, no computer, no television.
Something with your hands, your mind, or your body.
Maybe drawing, cooking, playing an instrument, reading a book, writing in a journal, building something, or even taking a long walk.
And not just for 5 minutes.
But at least 20 or 30 minutes where you actually enjoyed it.
If an answer quickly came to your mind, that's wonderful.
But if your brain suddenly went quiet and started searching for an answer,
Then today's episode is especially for you.
I think a lot of people today feel a strange kind of tiredness.
Yes, and it's not physical tiredness.
Exactly. They're sitting most of the day,
They are not running or lifting heavy things.
but somehow their brain feels exhausted,
Heavy,
slow.
sometimes even a little sad.
There is actually a modern phrase people use for this feeling.
Yes, and the phrase is brain rot.
Now, I know that sounds dramatic,
Very dramatic.
but the feeling behind it is very real.
So let's explain it clearly.
Brain rot is not a medical illness.
It's a casual phrase.
People use it when they feel like their brain has been filled with too much low-quality content,
Too many random videos.
too much scrolling.
Too many meaningless posts.
And after a while, your brain starts to feel dull,
Not curious.
not creative.
Just tired. Let me share a quick story.
Yes, go ahead.
One evening, I told myself I would watch videos for just 10 minutes.
That already sounds dangerous,
Exactly.
because 10 minutes almost never stays 10 minutes.
Right. I opened one video,
Then another,
then another.
and suddenly the videos became shorter and shorter.
Yes,
And when videos are short, your brain says, just one more,
exactly.
just one more.
Just one more.
And then what happened?
When I finally looked at the clock, it had been almost 2 hours.
2 hours.
And the strange thing is I didn't feel relaxed.
That's the important part.
I felt mentally tired.
And maybe a little empty?
Yes, exactly. Why does this happen?
Our brain loves novelty,
Meaning it loves new things,
new images,
new sounds.
new information.
But social media gives our brain too much novelty.
Every few seconds, something new appears.
New video,
New joke,
new drama,
new news.
new emotions.
And our brain never gets time to rest.
The attention problem.
This also affects something very important.
Our attention span.
Yes, your attention span is how long you can focus on one thing.
Without getting distracted.
Years ago, people could easily read for an hour,
Or watch a long documentary.
or work deeply on something.
But today, many people struggle to focus even 10 minutes.
They open a book.
And after 2 pages, their brain says,
Where's my phone?
exactly.
Another strange thing is people say they are very busy.
But when they check their phone usage, they see 3 hours.
4 hours,
Sometimes even 6 hours of screen time.
which means the problem is not time.
The problem is how we spend that time. Now, we should be fair.
Yes,
Screens are not evil.
the internet can teach us many things.
You can learn languages.
Watch educational videos.
Listen to podcasts like this one.
Exactly.
The real issue is mindless consumption.
When we consume content without thinking,
without choosing.
without learning anything.
And this is where hobbies come in.
Yes,
Hobbies are the opposite of brain rot,
because hobbies require attention,
effort,
curiosity.
and creativity,
A hobby is an activity you do for enjoyment in your free time,
not for money,
not for pressure.
just because you enjoy it.
Some people love cooking.
Some people love painting.
Some enjoy gardening.
Others play musical instruments.
Some write stories.
Some build small models.
Some enjoy photography.
And some simply love reading books.
What many people don't realize is that hobbies protect your brain.
They rebuild your attention.
They reduce stress.
They increase creativity.
And they make life feel richer.
There is also a beautiful experience hobbies can give you.
Yes,
It's when you lose yourself in something.
that means you become so focused on an activity that you forget about time.
You forget about your worries.
You are simply present.
Do you experience that with any hobby, Mira?
Yes, actually.
Tell us.
When I paint,
Painting.
I sometimes start with the idea that I will paint for 15 minutes.
And what happens?
Suddenly, 1 hour passes.
And you didn't notice?
Not at all.
That's the magic of deep focus.
What about you, Alex?
For me, it's playing the guitar.
Music.
When I practice guitar, my brain becomes quiet.
That sounds peaceful.
It is,
Moments like that are very important.
because they reset your brain.
They give your mind real rest.
Not fake rest.
Fake rest is when you scroll endlessly.
Your brain is still working hard.
But it's not meaningful work.
Real rest happens when your mind focuses calmly.
On something enjoyable.
There's also a funny phrase in English,
Yes,
couch potato.
a couch potato is someone who spends most of their time sitting on a sofa watching TV
Or scrolling on their phone.
and not doing much else.
We all become couch potatoes sometimes.
But we don't want that to become our identity.
The good news is you don't need to change your entire life.
You just need a small habit.
Even 20 minutes of a hobby each day can change how your brain feels.
It can breathe a life into your day.
And because this is Simple English Cast,
We should mention something important.
your hobby can also improve your English.
Exactly.
If you enjoy cooking,
You can read recipes in English.
if you enjoy photography,
You can write captions in English.
if you enjoy reading,
You can read simple English books.
learning becomes natural.
Let's ask our listeners a small question.
Yes,
If someone recorded your free time for 1 week,
would it look like brain rot or brain growth? Think about that honestly. And in the next part of this episode,
we will talk about why modern technology is designed to keep you addicted.
and how hobbies quietly fight back.
So stay with us because the next section might completely change how you see your phone.
There is a phrase that many people hear today,
Which phrase?
the attention economy.
Yes, that is a very interesting concept.
Let's explain it for our listeners.
The attention economy means that companies compete for your attention.
Your time is the product.
Exactly.
The longer you stay on an app, the more money the company earns.
Because they can show you more advertisements.
And that means they want you to stay as long as possible.
Many apps are designed very carefully.
Yes, nothing is random.
The colors,
The notifications,
the sounds.
the way videos automatically start.
Everything is designed to keep you there.
Your brain receives a constant stream of stimulation.
And your brain begins to crave it.
The just one more trap. Let's talk about something many people experience.
The famous just one more trap.
Exactly.
You say to yourself, I will watch just one more video.
Then another appears.
And another.
And suddenly 30 minutes disappear.
Or even an hour.
Your brain gets small rewards again and again.
And those small rewards are very powerful.
We should mention a chemical in the brain.
Yes, dopamine.
Dopamine is often called the reward chemical.
When something exciting happens, your brain releases dopamine.
For example, when you hear good news,
Or when you achieve a goal.
or when someone gives you a compliment.
But social media creates tiny dopamine hits every few seconds.
A new video,
A new message.
a new notification.
A new like.
The problem is that your brain gets used to these quick rewards.
And slowly it loses patience.
Activities that require effort start to feel difficult.
Reading a book feels slow.
Learning something new feels boring
Even conversations can feel long.
because your brain expects excitement every few seconds.
This is where hobbies become extremely important.
Yes, hobbies train your brain in the opposite direction.
They reward patience.
They reward focus,
They reward practice.
and the reward comes slowly but deeply.
Let's compare two kinds of joy.
Chios joy.
And slow joy.
Fast joy comes from quick entertainment,
Scrolling.
short videos.
Endless feeds.
It feels exciting for a moment.
But the feeling disappears quickly.
Slow joy is different.
Slow joy grows over time.
It comes from activities like music,
Art.
writing.
Learning new skills.
The satisfaction lasts longer.
For example, imagine learning the piano.
The first day is difficult.
Your fingers feel awkward,
The sounds are not beautiful.
but after a few weeks, something changes.
Your hands move more smoothly.
You recognize melodies.
And suddenly, you feel proud.
That pride is a deep reward.
Another important difference is creation versus consumption.
Yes, this is a very powerful idea.
When you scroll online, you consume content.
Someone else created it.
You are only watching.
But hobbies turn you into a creator.
You cook something.
You draw something.
You write something.
You build something.
Creating something activates different parts of your brain.
You solve problems.
You make decisions.
You experiment.
And when you finish something, you feel a sense of accomplishment.
That feeling is extremely powerful.
Let me give a simple example from my own life.
Sure.
Last year, I decided to learn basic photography.
That sounds fun.
At first, I took many bad photos.
That happens to everyone.
But slowly, I began to notice light.
Interesting.
I noticed shadows.
Yes.
I noticed patterns in everyday places.
So the world started to look different.
Exactly.
That is something very special about hobbies.
They change how you see ordinary life.
A photographer sees light everywhere.
A musician hears rhythm everywhere.
A writer notices stories everywhere.
A gardener notices small changes in plants.
Hobbies make the world richer.
Another important benefit of hobbies is mental health.
Yes, hobbies can reduce stress.
When you focus on an activity you enjoy, your mind relaxes.
Your breathing slows down.
Your thoughts become calmer.
It's similar to meditation.
There's actually a special term for this feeling.
Yes, it's called flow.
Flow is the state where you are fully focused on an activity.
Time passes quickly.
Your mind feels clear.
And you are completely present.
Many hobbies create this flow state.
But Alex, if hobbies are so beneficial, why do many people avoid them?
That is a very good question.
What do you think?
I think one reason is perfectionism.
Yes, many people believe they must be good at something immediately.
If they are not good, they feel embarrassed.
But hobbies are not about perfection.
They are about enjoyment.
Another important idea is the beginner mindset.
That means accepting that you will be bad at the beginning.
And that is completely normal.
Every expert was once a beginner.
Every artist started with basic drawings.
Every musician started with basic notes.
Progress takes time.
Another mistake people make is trying to do too much.
Yes, they think they need 1 hour every day.
But that is not necessary.
10 minutes can be powerful.
10 minutes of reading.
10 minutes of sketching.
10 minutes of practicing a language.
10 minutes of practicing a language.
Small habits grow over time.
There is also something called the compounding effect.
Yes, small actions repeated daily create big results.
10 minutes every day becomes 60 hours in 1 year.
And that's enough time to build a real skill.
So, let's give our listeners a small challenge.
Yes, a very simple one.
Choose one hobby you would like to try.
Just one.
Not 5.
Not 10, just one.
And practice it for 10 minutes a day.
For 1 week.
That's all.
After 1 week, ask yourself a question.
How does your brain feel?
Do you feel more focused?
More creative?
Do you feel more alive?
Even small changes matter. Now, I think it is time to answer a very practical question.
Which question?
How do you actually find the right hobby?
That's a great question, because many people say, I know hobbies are good, but I don't know where to start.
I think the first thing we should say is this.
What is that?
Choosing a hobby sometimes feels difficult because people think they must choose the perfect hobby.
Yes, the pressure to choose something perfect can stop people from starting at all.
They imagine they must find something that they will love forever.
But that is not how hobbies work.
Exactly. A hobby is more like an experiment.
You try something,
You see how it feels.
and if it doesn't fit your personality, you try something else.
Maybe we can help our listeners by explaining 3 broad categories of hobbies.
That sounds helpful.
The first category is creative hobbies.
The second category is physical hobbies.
And the third category is intellectual hobbies.
Let's explore each one.
Creative hobbies involve making or designing something.
They allow your imagination to express itself.
Examples include drawing, painting, writing stories, photography, or playing music.
Creative hobbies are wonderful because they allow your brain to explore ideas.
And they often create a strong emotional connection.
For example, imagine someone who enjoys writing short stories.
Yes,
They might start by writing just a few paragraphs each evening.
at first, the story may feel simple.
But over time, their imagination grows stronger.
They begin creating characters.
They create worlds.
And suddenly, their hobby becomes a creative adventure.
Now let's talk about physical hobbies.
These hobbies involve movement and activity.
Examples include running, cycling, swimming, hiking, dancing, or playing sports.
Physical hobbies are powerful because they improve both mental and physical health.
Yes, when you move your body, your brain releases chemicals that improve your mood.
Your energy increases.
Your stress decreases.
Let's imagine a person named Daniel.
Okay?
Daniel works at a desk all day.
So he spends many hours sitting.
After work, he usually watches videos for 2 hours.
That sounds familiar for many people.
But one day, Daniel decides to start walking every evening.
Just a simple walk?
Yes, only 20 minutes.
And what happens?
After a few weeks, he notices something interesting.
What does he notice?
His mind feels clearer.
He sleeps better.
And he actually looks forward to his evening walk.
Now let's talk about the third category.
Intellectual hobbies.
These hobbies challenge your mind.
These activities build mental strength.
They stretch your thinking abilities.
For example, imagine someone who loves solving puzzles.
like crossword puzzles or logic puzzles.
Exactly. At first, some puzzles feel impossible.
But slowly, their brain becomes sharper.
They begin noticing patterns.
They solve problems faster.
And that feeling of solving something difficult is extremely satisfying.
Another idea I like is combining different types of hobbies.
Yes, you don't need to limit yourself to just one category.
For example, someone might enjoy running and also enjoy reading.
That would combine physical and intellectual hobbies.
Or someone might enjoy photography and hiking.
That combines creativity with physical activity.
Mixing hobbies keeps life interesting.
I believe curiosity plays an important role when choosing hobbies.
I agree completely.
Curiosity is the feeling that makes you want to explore something new.
Children are naturally curious.
They try everything.
They draw, build, explore, and experiment.
But adults sometimes lose that curiosity.
Yes, life becomes routine.
A hobby can help you reconnect with curiosity.
It reminds your brain how to explore again.
You start asking questions.
You start experimenting.
And learning becomes exciting again.
There is another interesting idea related to hobbies.
Which idea?
Boredom can actually be helpful.
That sounds surprising.
Yes, many people try to avoid boredom at all costs.
Whenever they feel bored, they immediately open their phone.
But boredom can be a signal from your brain.
A signal that you need something meaningful to do.
When your brain has quiet moments, it begins searching for ideas.
Creative thoughts appear.
New interests develop.
But if we fill every quiet moment with scrolling, that process never happens.
Our brain never gets space to think.
Another key step in finding hobbies is simply trying new things.
Yes, experience is the best teacher.
You might believe you dislike painting.
But perhaps you never really tried it.
Or you might believe you are not athletic.
But maybe you would enjoy cycling.
Sometimes a hobby surprises you.
You try it once, and suddenly it feels natural.
Your brain says, "This is interesting."
That moment of discovery is wonderful.
There's another category we should mention.
Social hobbies.
Yes, hobbies that involve other people.
Examples include joining a book club,
Playing team sports,
learning dance in a group.
or participating in community activities.
Social hobbies add another benefit.
Human connection.
Yes, we're social creatures.
Sharing hobbies with others can create friendships.
And conversations become more meaningful.
Something else happens when you develop hobbies.
What happens?
Your identity expands.
What do you mean?
Instead of saying, "I only work and watch videos," you begin saying things like,
I'm learning photography.
or "I enjoy writing."
Or I'm training for a marathon.
Those small statements change how you see yourself.
Let's ask our listeners a simple question.
Yes, a reflective question.
What activity makes you lose track of time?
That is often a clue to a great hobby.
If time disappears while you do something, your brain probably enjoys it.
Let's give our listeners another small challenge.
I like challenges.
Tonight, write down 3 activities that sound interesting.
They don't need to be perfect choices.
Just things that spark curiosity,
Then choose one and try it this week.
even for 15 minutes.
Now, we are going to explore something that many English learners find exciting.
Yes, we're going to talk about how hobbies can actually help you improve your English naturally.
Before we talk about hobbies, I want to ask you something, Mira.
Go ahead.
Why do many people feel that learning English is difficult or even frustrating?
That's a great question. I think the main reason is that many people connect English with study, pressure, and mistakes.
Yes, they imagine grammar books, vocabulary lists, and tests.
Exactly. And when learning feels like a school exam, motivation becomes weaker.
People start thinking English is hard.
But the truth is that language is meant to be used in real life, not just memorized.
This is where hobbies can change everything.
Yes, because hobbies turn English from a subject into a lifestyle.
Instead of studying English for 1 hour and then forgetting it, you start using English while doing things you enjoy.
Your brain begins to connect English with fun experiences.
And that connection makes learning easier.
Let's take an example.
All right?
Imagine someone who loves cooking.
That already sounds like a great hobby.
Now imagine that person starts watching cooking videos in English.
So they hear instructions like chop the vegetables, heat the pan, or add some seasoning.
Exactly. Without even trying to study, they begin learning useful vocabulary.
And because they are cooking at the same time, the words become meaningful.
Yes, the brain remembers them more easily.
Let's talk about another hobby.
Photography is a great example.
Someone who enjoys photography might take pictures every weekend.
Now imagine that person writes short captions for their photos in English.
Something like, "The sunlight was beautiful this morning."
Or, this old building tells a story.
Those small sentences help practice writing naturally.
And over time, the sentences become more detailed and confident.
Reading is another powerful hobby for language learners.
Absolutely.
When you read books, articles, or stories in English, your brain absorbs grammar and vocabulary naturally.
And you also learn how sentences flow in real communication.
Even reading 10 minutes per day can create huge improvement.
Consistency is more important than speed.
Music is also an amazing tool for learning languages.
Yes, many people enjoy listening to songs in English.
When you listen to music, you hear pronunciation, rhythm, and emotional expression.
You can also read the lyrics and understand the story behind the song.
Sometimes people even sing along.
And singing can improve pronunciation and confidence.
There is another hobby that many people enjoy.
Gaming.
Yes, video games.
Games often include dialogue, instructions, and communication with other players.
If someone plays games with international players, they may speak English naturally.
And that creates real conversation practice.
Learning happens during the experience.
The key idea here is daily exposure.
Yes, exposure means contact with the language.
The more your brain hears, reads, and uses English, the more comfortable it becomes.
And hobbies create natural exposure without pressure.
Instead of forcing yourself to study, you simply enjoy your activity.
Another benefit of combining hobbies with English is confidence.
Confidence grows when you see progress.
For example, someone might begin by writing simple sentences.
After a few months, those sentences become paragraphs.
Eventually, they may even start conversations with others.
That journey builds self-belief.
Of course, mistakes will always happen.
And that is completely normal.
Mistakes are not a sign of failure.
They are signs of learning.
Every person who speaks a language well once made many mistakes.
What matters is continuing to practice.
Let's talk about routines for a moment.
Good idea.
A routine simply means repeating an activity regularly,
For example, reading every night before bed,
or writing a short journal entry every evening.
or listening to a podcast while walking.
Small routines create long-term results.
Let me share a small story.
I love stories.
A friend of mine wanted to improve his English.
What did he do?
He started a simple hobby, watching travel videos in English.
That sounds relaxing.
Every evening, he watched one video and wrote 3 sentences about it.
Just 3 sentences?
Yes, nothing complicated.
And what happened over time?
After 6 months, his vocabulary improved dramatically.
That shows the power of small, consistent actions.
When hobbies and English combine, something interesting happens.
What happens?
English stops feeling like a foreign language.
It becomes part of daily life.
You begin thinking in English while doing activities.
Your brain switches naturally between languages. Let's ask our listeners another question.
Yes, another reflection moment.
Which hobby could you combine with English this week?
Maybe cooking.
Maybe reading.
Maybe writing.
Maybe music.
Even a simple activity like walking while listening to English audio.
Let's create a simple plan for our listeners.
All right.
Step 1. Choose one hobby you enjoy.
Step 2, connect that hobby with English.
Step 3. Practice it for 15 minutes each day.
That small routine can create powerful results.
If you've been listening from the beginning of this episode, you've probably realized that this conversation isn't just theory. It's something that affects our daily lives, our mood, our focus, and even how we experience time. And honestly, I think everyone listening has had a moment where they opened their phone for just 5 minutes, and suddenly an hour disappeared.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And if you're listening right now, I want you to think about the last time that happened to you. Maybe yesterday, maybe this morning. You told yourself, I'll just check one thing. But then you started scrolling. Another video appeared, another post appeared, another notification popped up. And suddenly, time was gone.
Exactly. And that's why in this final part of the episode, Mira and I want to focus on something important. Not just the problem, but what we can actually do about it. Because it's easy to say phones are bad or social media is bad, but the reality is more complicated than that.
Right. Technology isn't automatically the enemy. Phones are useful. The internet connects people. Social media can even be inspiring sometimes. But the problem appears when we stop controlling the technology and the technology starts controlling us.
That's such an important distinction. And listeners, I want to ask you a question. When you pick up your phone, do you decide what you want to do? Or does the phone decide for you?
That's a powerful question because many people don't realize that most apps are designed to capture your attention. The endless feed, the automatic next video, the notifications. All of these things exist to keep you engaged for as long as possible.
Exactly. And when that happens repeatedly, your brain slowly gets used to constant stimulation, fast videos, bright colors, quick jokes, short bursts of information. And then something strange happens.
Yes, your brain begins to struggle with slow activities. Reading a book feels harder. Watching a long film feels difficult. Even having a quiet moment can feel uncomfortable.
And that's where hobbies become incredibly important, because hobbies often require the opposite of scrolling. They require focus, patience, and presence.
Exactly. When you practice a hobby, something interesting happens. Instead of consuming endless content, you start creating something. And that shift from consumer to creator changes how your brain works.
That's such a great way to explain it. Scrolling is passive, but hobbies are active. And when you're active in something meaningful, your brain begins to slow down and concentrate again.
And I think another important thing to mention is that hobbies don't have to be complicated. Sometimes people hear the word hobby and they imagine something huge, like learning a difficult instrument or becoming a professional artist, but that's not necessary at all.
Exactly. A hobby can be simple, very simple. For example, taking photographs while walking, learning a few guitar chords, sketching in a notebook, writing short stories, cooking new recipes, even building puzzles.
Yes, and the key idea is enjoyment. If you enjoy it, it's a hobby. It doesn't have to impress anyone. It doesn't have to make money. It just has to make you feel alive and engaged.
That phrase, feel alive, is really important because when people talk about brain rot, they often describe feeling mentally tired but strangely unsatisfied. You've spent hours watching things, but you don't feel fulfilled.
Exactly. It's like eating junk food. It tastes good in the moment, but afterward, you don't feel energized. You feel sluggish. And mentally, endless scrolling can create the same effect.
And hobbies are more like healthy food for your brain. They take a little effort, but the reward is deeper.
And another benefit is something we haven't talked about yet. Hobbies often help people enter a state called flow.
Ah, yes, flow. I love this concept. For listeners who may not know, flow is the mental state where you become completely absorbed in what you're doing. Time feels different, your attention becomes very focused, and you feel both relaxed and energized at the same time.
Exactly. Maybe you've experienced this before. Perhaps you were drawing something, or writing, or playing music, and suddenly you realize that 2 hours had passed, but it felt like 20 minutes. That's flow.
And interestingly, flow is something that scrolling rarely produces. Scrolling usually creates the opposite experience. You feel distracted, your attention jumps constantly, and afterward you can barely remember what you watched.
Yes, that's a big difference. Flow creates memories and satisfaction. Scrolling creates noise and forgettable moments.
So, Mira, if someone listening right now realizes they might be experiencing a bit of brain rot, what's the first step they should take?
I would say the first step is awareness, just noticing the habit. Ask yourself, how much time do I spend scrolling every day? Many people are surprised when they actually check their screen time.
Oh, yes. Sometimes people think they scroll for 30 minutes, but the reality might be 3 hours.
Exactly. And once you become aware of that, you can begin making small changes, not extreme changes, just small ones.
Like what?
For example, instead of opening social media the moment you wake up, try waiting 30 minutes. Use that time for something else. Stretching, reading, journaling, even just drinking your coffee quietly.
That sounds simple, but I think it can have a big effect because the first thing you do in the morning often sets the tone for the entire day.
Yes. Another small change is replacing some scrolling time with hobby time. Not all of it, just some. If you usually scroll for 2 hours at night, maybe dedicate 20 minutes to a hobby.
That's a really realistic suggestion because people often fail when they try to change everything at once.
Exactly. Gradual changes are more sustainable.
And listeners, I want to say something important here. This isn't about feeling guilty. Everyone scrolls. Even Mira and I scroll sometimes.
Yes, absolutely. We're not perfect. But the goal is balance. Technology can be part of life. It just shouldn't be the only thing filling your free time.
That's a great way to put it. And before we end today's episode, Mira, I want to ask you one final question. If someone listening today wants to start a hobby but doesn't know where to begin, what would you recommend?
That's a great question. I would say start by asking yourself 3 things. First, what did you enjoy as a child? Many hobbies begin there. Drawing, building things, writing stories, playing music. Second, what activities make you curious? Maybe photography, maybe cooking, maybe learning a language. Curiosity is a great guide. And third, what feels relaxing but engaging at the same time.
I love that. Looking back at childhood interests is such a powerful idea because many people stopped doing those things simply because they became busy adults.
Exactly. But those interests still exist inside us. We just have to reconnect with them.
And listeners, remember this. Your hobby doesn't have to be impressive. It doesn't have to be productive. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be yours.
Yes, something that makes your mind feel calm, something that helps you focus, something that gives your brain a break from endless scrolling.
And if you can find that kind of activity, even for just a few minutes each day, you might notice something surprising. Your attention improves, your mood improves, and suddenly you don't feel the same urge to scroll endlessly.
Exactly, because your brain has found something more meaningful to do.
All right, everyone, that brings us to the end of today's episode of Simple English Cast.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us, and we hope this conversation made you think a little about your habits and how you spend your free time.
Before we go, we'd love to hear from you.
Yes, tell us in the comments or wherever you're listening, what hobby would you like to start this year?
Or maybe you already have a hobby. If that's the case, tell us what it is. You might inspire someone else to try it too.
And remember, your brain deserves more than endless scrolling. Sometimes the best thing you can do is close the app, pick up a hobby, and lose yourself in something real.
Thanks for listening to Simple English Cast.
See you in the next episode.
Take care, everyone.